It's they y'all say, yo, y'all say it ain't lingerie on that Chardonnay, scoring touchdowns on your runway. I'm Texas forever like, boy, man, I'm Rambo in the yo. I'm billionaire rich like John Jack, I'm Camo in the yo. These thoughts can't stop me nowadays. You wish I was your pound cake. Boy, you know I look good at food. Wish I was your baby mom. Want me to come around and give you good karma, but no, we escalate.
What's up? What's up? Good morning, maybe afternoon. Welcome to my channel. I want to discuss this. A lot of people are talking about it. You know, Nene did an interview with Carlos King. She interviewed him. He interviewed her. And if you guys don't know, Carlos King used to work on Bravo, seasons 1 through 4, I believe, of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And basically, you know, he did that, and I think he did the reunion as well. First of all, I want to give my flowers to him for this interview. It was very informative. We got a lot of tea and a lot of things from Nene that we have been waiting for years. And I'm not going to do a recap on this because it was 2 episodes. I want you guys to go watch it for yourself. But I do want to talk about what everyone is talking about, which they're saying that Nene did call Andy a racist. Now, if y'all paid attention to the interview, Nene said that, you know, at one time you had one person to talk to, then you had Andy talk to. You didn't have to go through so many people to talk to someone at Bravo. I'm going to say this. I allegedly don't think she was talking about Andy. If you guys listen, she did used to talk to the person that was over Bravo, right? You can't do that anymore. I don't think she was talking about Andy when she said that. Let's make that clear. I think, this is what I think before I get into everything else. I think Andy was told that he had to break off his relationship with her and everything else in order to stay where he's at, in order to keep his job. That's what I think. I don't think they fell out like that because I think that it has something to do with Andy wanted to still get paid. Andy wanted to still have certain things. I'm just saying allegedly. That's how I'm seeing it because when she explained everything, it started to make sense to me. When she said, I didn't know her and Candy called to keep Portia on. And I'm glad they did. And I think that when Phaedra fell out with Candy, I did think that she did want everyone else to fall out with her as well. And I think that's what happened. So I believe that because here's the thing, Candy and Portia friendship wasn't that bad. And I think it kind of got bad because everyone's in the way. Just like with Cynthia and Nene and, you know, and the rest of the girls. Everybody feels some type of way. And like she said, and she was right because that's what we saw. Now, for her to talk about this new season, I agree with her. I feel like they needed a new, you know, add some new faces. I feel like it's just playing out right now because I feel like it's playing out bad. The storylines they're giving this season is not their best. I feel like they're trying to get with this women empowerment thing, and the show wasn't built off that. Everyone had their issues, but they were still, even though it was like, to me, when I watched the seasons, because I've been watching season 1, everybody, even though they had their issues, and nobody could check the other person. Like, if they wasn't in that circle of group, you couldn't check them. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though they got issues, you couldn't. And what she said about Kim Zolciak is true. A lot of people only watch clips on Instagram now. A lot of people haven't been watching the show since day 1, like the rest of us. And everything she said in this interview, I agree with. Because Real Housewives of Atlanta was the biggest, just like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. They were the biggest part of franchises. They were huge. That's what made everyone wanted to come to Atlanta. Then you had Tyler Perry, all that stuff that flew. It just came a big thing in Atlanta because you had them. You had Tyler Perry. You know, Tyler Perry at the time kicked off. You had award shows starting to kick off. It just like L.A. and New York. Everybody wanted to come to Atlanta to get the piece of that pie. I'm finna be honest. They made Atlanta hotter than what it is. They really did. Besides the rappers, they made Atlanta hotter than what it is. They made Atlanta the go-to place for, trips, travels. They did that. Nobody was checking these other cities like that. If it wasn't LA, New York, or New Orleans, Florida, nobody really wasn't checking nowhere like that at all. But I agree with some of the things she said about the girls, and I feel like, King and Candy don't have nobody to really like. Candy's starting to bring it, and then after a while, I guess she was just over it. And I feel like it's nothing to capitalize off for fun TV. I'm going to be so honest, and I hate to say this because I love Bravo. Zeus is getting more airtime and play than Bravo at this point. And same with Love and Hip Hop when they switched up. Zeus is getting more, and the reason why Zeus is getting more play than Bravo and VH1 right now, or MTV, because they're doing what they used to do, except for the fighting. But they're doing what they used to do. The fun shade throwing, the, saying how you feel, going in on somebody. Your faves like, ooh, what's going to happen next. I agree with her when I feel like we were robbed, because I feel like Candy, yes, she's stubborn in her feelings. I feel like they should never gave that to her, and there should be some kind of sit down or a spin-off sit down, an episode or something, or where these two have a conversation. Candy and Phaedra need to have a conversation. Do they have to be friends? Hell no. But I feel like we need answers. What happened? Why did this happen? Why did you do this? Why did you feel that way, Candy? Like, we need answers. And to keep it like that, that was just the most ridiculous, damaging thing I've ever seen in my life. I agree with her when she said that, there needed to be a conversation, and I think that would have helped spiked up the ratings, and then that would have been the most talked about thing other than where we left off. I feel like Bravo is dropping the ball with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have Potomac, but I really want them to pick up the ball with both of these black franchises, part of the Real Housewives of franchises, all black cast. I feel like they're dropping the ball because they want to give everybody else an opportunity. But you got to understand, them are your money makers. No shade. And I feel like you have the most ratings. The only people that watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills now is because of Garcelle, and then you added Will Smith's wife. Ex-wife, I'm sorry. And we love her to death because Cherie don't care. Cherie, we done seen her read from here to Florida to Carolina to Canada. Baby, she's a reader. So we've seen that. We know she's going to bring it. We've seen Garcelle. Garcelle has brought, baby, regardless of acting, she's going to bring just not the looks and everything else. And I love it. But I feel like you're dropping the ball with the rest of them. And we need that ball picked up. Atlanta is one of the hottest cities at this point. And I feel like Bravo, guys need to pick it back up. Because to be honest, you weren't just bringing ratings, you were bringing more than ratings. You was really bringing and helping Atlanta rebuild to where they are now. You was bring it again. You really are doing more. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say E Potomac. You guys are bringing more to these cities and more help. Like, keep doing that. Don't stop. Pick that ball back up. Figure out what's going on with the girls. Figure out what need to be done, because it don't make no sense. It doesn't. The same with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. They trying not to drop that ball. They trying, but they're starting to as well. So I really think it should be picked back up. Get a little more interesting. It is a little boring because some of these storylines are redundant. But everybody's mad at Marlo, and I agree when she said that Marlo is getting a check. She's right, because if you paid attention, these seasons has been boring. These girls are not bringing it in. It's not really giving a little more, Sheree trying, but it's not giving that push that needs to be done.
Repeat itself. Move it along, bring it across.
All right, you guys, I want to know in the comments what you guys think. Comment, like, share, and subscribe on this video. Let me know what you guys think on the video, if you watched it or not. Do you think that what she said was true? Put in the comments your thoughts and your opinions. And if you haven't, I will have the link in the description box. Thank you guys for watching.